And it's obviously South Africa, how beautiful we are. We also have like a lot of wildlife, which is a big like tourist attraction and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have a lot of hunting. A lot of people like to come to South Africa for hunting. And trophy hunting is a very big topic. We're going to tackle it now. Is trophy hunting good or bad? What are your points on it? For me, fuck, dude, I think animals are amazing, bro. I think it's another form of life. I don't think we should take that life away. Okay, I think there are alternatives. Like when you use sleeping darts to actually get the animal, you can get your photo with the thing, and then it'll pop up 10 minutes later and run away. I think there are ways that we can go about that sport, if you want to call it a sport, to make it better for animals, dude. We need to realize how much animals do for our country in regards to tourism, and we need to actually accept that and not fucking kill them by having these big hunting parties, bro. That's my point of view.
My whole argument, it came down to considering the money aspect of it.
Yeah.
And I won't talk about canned hunting yet, because that's a different thing for me. But trophy hunting in general, the amount of money that it generates for South Africa in it being the amount that these oaks actually pay to come and shoot an animal legally, and it's often, they say it to often be like, for example, a rhino that's killing a lot of other rhinos, and they say, here, you can shoot this rhino for $35,000, take the trophy, which is usually like the head or the body if you want it, and you take it back.
Yeah.
And that $35,000 is supposed to go back into conservation and all of that stuff. Now, I also love animals. I could never shoot a bunny in my life. Bro.
Yeah, dude, me neither, bro. I don't fucking...
like a fucking catty, bro. So that's, I mean, I couldn't do it myself, but with people that, we're not going to talk about hunting for food either. We're talking about trophy hunting. So they pay this money, they come here, they shoot the animal, they get their trophy. Now they get this money. So they say it's in the case that it's not like it's diminishing the population of that animal. It's an animal that needs to be killed, basically, and they get paid for it. Now, that all to me sounds great. And this money, in 2012, there was like $17 million out of just trophy hunting in South Africa.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a big industry, bro. And it does bring a lot of money and it does create jobs. But I think it comes more on the aspect of, is it moral? Should you kill this animal just for the sport of it?
It's hard to do it when you're
looking at it
through
morally.
slaughterhouses and stuff like that. I mean, an animal getting shot is having a better death than anything going through a slaughterhouse, in my opinion, dude.
Yeah. Look,
I guess even if you look at nature itself, in the way that the animals kill each other,
it's brutal.
It's absolutely brutal. So shooting it's painless. But yeah, as we said, it's an industry, and that money is going back into breeding, and it's going back into conservation and things like that.
Is it though?
That's my next point.
Is it really, bro?
Apparently, according to everything I've been through, a lot of this money, as you can expect in South Africa, gets stuck with corrupt officials.
Yeah,
but dude, it's not even.
Farm. So I know, dude. So I used to stay on a farm. We had a lot of people that were on farms, but anyway, there was literally like friends or families and everything. They had hunting farms themselves, right? Where they'd bring Americans over, and they would literally like get a circus lion from somewhere in the world that's about a fucking pig, right? And they would put on a whole show for Americans and literally kill this poor lion that's already dying. Maybe you're putting it out its misery or whatever. But they'll put on a big show for the lion or for the Americans, and eventually they kill the lion and they think it's a cool thing or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, this guy's literally just making profit off it, bro. He doesn't go back at the end of the day and put this money back into conservation. He goes and finds another circus lion and makes another profit of $10,000.
A lot of the funds, though, has to be put back into conservation.
I can guarantee you it's not, bro. I've seen it firsthand.
Avoid that,
yeah.
But the facts show that a shit ton has been put back into conservation, and it has helped like communities in the area, and it's extended the land for animals that would otherwise have not much of a habitat to grow their habitats.
So I think this, because when you speak about this topic, I picture it, I've seen it, bro. And I think seeing how it operates compared to reading paper, like how it affects the community and everything, dude, these things usually happen in towns where it's mainly farmlands. So the community that it is helping are these like small rural things and I think it helps them with jobs, bro. It helps people like get a few jobs and stuff, dude. And I think that's the factors they're taking into account. I don't think these people are, dude, they're shooting lions for like, or whatever animal for like $30,000, like you said. They are making a fuck ton of profit off that, bro. And if I don't think they're putting that back into conservation.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know. But yeah, like you said, it comes down to a moral thing as well. I mean,
for me, it's
I don't mind.
Yeah,
I don't mind like hunting in terms of, you know, you want to go shoot a buck or a pig or something like that, and use it for biltong or whatever. I don't really have a problem with that too much. I don't know why. But when you start going for like trophy hunting in terms of like even elephants and leopards and lions and stuff. Yeah. I don't know why, but that's where it gets a bit shady for me.
So for me, just a crazy like thought, dude. I know it's going to be a fucking broad statement, bro, but I think there is something, I don't want to say not right, but a bit strange about people who enjoy going out there and killing shit every weekend, bro.
I'm not going to talk about the moral side of it because I think it's ridiculous. Like I don't agree, but I'm talking, say, strictly speaking, if everything worked to plan. Let's talk about it like this.
Okay.
So these guys come, they pay their money. I don't care what their fucking motive is. So I'm going to disagree with it regardless. Mm-hmm. We're getting the money and it gets pumped back into conservation. That's if it was a perfect world. Then fuck yes, I'm for it. Okay?
Okay.
But then that's obviously not the case all the time. And there's corruption and a lot of the money is kept for the business owners themselves. Then on the other hand, which I cannot stand, is the canned hunting side of things. So this is where you go to your Laka rhino and lion park and you pet the cubs and all of that stuff. These animals are bred in captivity and then just released into whatever, a game ranger's farm or a reserve
to be shot.
Now these things have been raised in captivity. So I watched the video. Yes, this was a shitty fucking video to watch, but it was literally a guy came to hunt, because now they're older now and they're in the thing. And a guy came to hunt this lion, and this lion was literally staying there and was like looking at the dude, just because
he's used to human interaction as well.
The lion's like just staying like this, shot the fucking lion.
Yeah.
And then there was other videos. There was this American woman, Melissa Bach or something. She was been all over the place about her hunting. And there was a video. She basically lured in this is not even in Africa. It was a black bear.
Yeah.
She lured it in with like a trap of food. The bear comes in and starts eating the food and she shoots the bear. I mean, that's not how it fucking works.
Yeah.
That's where I struggle. And I mean, the amount of money canned hunting makes. Like there was this Aussie lady who came to work at a park for these things. She said she thought that the cubs, once they got older, they would get shipped off to private reserves or game reserves that just purchased the animal.
Yeah.
But it turned out like 80% of these animals go and it just becomes the easiest hunting ever.
Dude,
that's what I hate.
I'm going through like the craziest, like whether I think it's right or wrong. Because if you think about it, let's take it back. This is what I do with a lot of like these type of arguments. I'm like, fuck it. The world just restarted. All of a sudden, boom, we're all cavemen. People are going to go out and hunt. They're going to have to go out and hunt for food, okay? So there's hunting for food now, okay? Where you actually need that meat, you need that substance. So there I can honestly say I have no problem with it if everything went away today.
And we all need houses as well.
Yeah, I'm not going to go and start munching a fucking branch on a tree because I'm hungry, bro. So like, yeah, okay, but then it's a purpose, you know, and that's why I think a lot of like kosher food and a lot of religions say, well, we're gonna kill this animal and then we're gonna kill it decently and we're gonna thank the food that we get from it, you know, because like we don't know what this world is. I'm getting very philosophical here, but anyway, and then you eat this animal and cool, okay, you're thankful for that food, right? I think the big thing just comes out to me, bro, that there are people that like killing things, dude. It's like
for nothing.
Yeah.
But it's not for nothing though.
Got a phone call, yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. You sort of got to.
It's for trophy hunting. It's for bragging. It's to say how big my dick is, bro. That's what it is for, yeah.
But that's the motive, and you've just got to be like, you know what? If we're getting a lot of money from this,
and it's going to the right place,
and it's going to the right place, why not?
So if I said, I know this might be a stupid analogy, but if I said, let's make drugs legal, bro, and then we sell a shitload of drugs, but we'll put a lot of money back into rehabs, you know, for people to start taking drugs. You know, it's like, cool, you're making a lot of money or something, and you say, okay, but we'll put 10% of those earnings into a little kitty to look after.
I see what you're saying, but in this instance, obviously the amount of money that they put in has a much greater conservational effect than keeping that animal alive. The money is obviously used for much greater purposes.
Is it though? But that's what I'm saying. So in practice, I don't know if it is.
In practice.
You know?
In theory.
You see, in theory.
But From a
lot of the stuff that I watched, they are saying that it is. It is.
So you would like to believe.
It is a system that's working. I would like to believe it.
Yeah, I could probably get you 10 people. No, I don't know. I'll say it. I want
to say going to be.
I want to say the dodgy farmlands, man.
I want to say a lot of off camera rather, bro. But yeah, I don't personally think it is. So to wrap up my point of view, I don't think it's one of those systems that in theory it could maybe work and could be good, but I don't think it is good. I just think, fuck it, bro. You got better things to do in your spare time.
Ban it?
I wouldn't. Yeah, fuck, maybe,
would you ban
dude.
it in South Africa? Trophy hunting completely.
Yeah, I would. I would ban trophy hunting and rather pump money towards proper tourism and embracing the beauty of those animals.
So you think the money that is coming in for trophy hunting, if that had to stop coming in,
I don't think it would make a difference. Yeah, I think everything would be fine. Because I've seen most of the people who run these things and, dude, they'll just have to get another job.
Yeah, I'm in favor with this. I think that if it's going to the right places and the money is being used for the right purposes, then, you know, I'm for it.
It's once again, it's theoretically speaking.
It's tough to say, dude.
I think it is definitely happening, but I think in a lot of situations,
okay, but then why can't they come and use sleeping darts?
Because maybe they weren't
green hunting. They're trying to promote green hunting.
I mean, that would be awesome.
You're still shooting the same shots.
Pay 35,000, and also, what are you going to cut the head off while it's sleeping? I'm joking.
No, yeah. Dude, you you go through 90% of the process. You just don't take the dead animal's head home.
That's a market. I mean, if
it is becoming more of a market, and green hunting is on the rise. But it is obviously for some reason. You see, dude, that comes back to the whole I want to fucking kill something.
Is that not stressful for the animal as well, though? Surely?
Dude, I'd rather let him be a bit fucking dazed and confused for 10 minutes afterwards than him dead.
Than rather dead, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck keeps happening?
Yeah, dude, I'd love to. I'd love
to. See, I'm on Facebook again.
If you guys have formed an opinion during this, please fucking comment.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Let us fucking know. Because I've sat here for 10 minutes now with my mind going back and forth, not knowing where I stand in this. Yeah. But give us your thoughts. Obviously, we do read everything, go through everything.
I think we could agree with you. I mean, we will never justify the motive behind. Like, I will never go out and shoot an animal and pay fucking money to do. Money to
a lot of money, dude. I'd rather spend that money on going renting a house in Camps Bay and living it the fuck up, bro.
I'd rather just pay it directly to conserve the animals.
Exactly.
So there's obviously some fucking weird thrill you get out of it.
Definitely, bro. And I'm not there for that thrill, bro. I grew up on a farm, like I said, with a lot of animals around me. You know, so.
But once again,
maybe that's just in my blood. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, so we're only talking about the trophy hunting. I mean, like, hunting for sports and stuff's a different issue because it's so difficult. I find myself in such a hypocritical situation about eating meat but not liking hunting.
Dude, that's what I was saying. I take myself back to the primitive times when I had nothing, dude. If I was in a fucking little cloth over my... I don't want to...
A little cloth?
A big cloth.
A little hanky.
You know? Saying like, okay... What would I do in that situation if I was a caveman right now?
Yeah.
I would go hunt because I want some meat, bro. But I'm hunting for a purpose and I'd be thankful that I got that meat, you know? I think trophy hunting doesn't have a purpose besides bragging.
Okay.
Literally. But anyway.
I think we all got our points across. We'd like to hear from you guys on
comments.
that.
I'd love to. This one, I'd love to see people's opinions. We're going to move on